See how feed us into your Nazi boss.
There are moments in movies where a character knows they're just completely screwed. Moments where characters know they're about to bite it and try to squeeze in a final second to say something cool, something funny, or maybe something defeated. Today, we're going to talk about 10 moments like that are considered the best. Obviously, there's going to be some spoilers ahead. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment if you'd like to join in on the discussion. It really helps the channel out. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Here's 10 great I'm about to die moments in movies. In the best/worst Mad Max ripoff there ever was, Waterworld, there's an unnamed smoker who lives in the bowels of the Des, the ruins of an ancient oil tanker and smoker headquarters. As he's known in the credits, Depth Gauge Guy exists as a living depth gauge, subsisting on a small boat in the lake of crude oil at the bottom of the tanker, occasionally letting the smoker leadership know how much black stuff was left when they asked.
We're down to exactly 4 feet, 9 inches of black stuff.
In the final act of Waterworld, the mariner confronts the deacon, threatening to ignite the oil reserves with a lit flare. The deacon mistakenly calls the mariner's bluff, and to his shock, the mariner drops the flare into the oil reservoir. When the flare hits the oil lake, the depth gauge guy has a few seconds to remark on his imminent death, expressing relief to the end of his miserable existence.
Oh, thank God.
In The Fifth Element, the survival of planet Earth has fallen into the hands of Corbin Dallas, a former Special Forces major turned cab driver. Dallas joins forces with a beautiful young woman to recover 4 mystical stones essential for Earth's defense against a malevolent cosmic entity bent on destroying the planet. Unbeknownst to Dallas, he's intruding on the plans of ruthless businessman Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg, played by Gary Oldman, who is working with the Great Evil.
I am very disappointed!
Near the end of the movie, Zorg is returned to a luxury spaceship to deactivate the time bomb he left on board. Zorg deactivates the bomb with seconds to spare, but a dying Mangalore has his own plans.
For the honor.
Oh, no.
Bonus answer here with Gary Oldman and Leon, which is practically the same scene. The deranged Norman Stansfield has finally caught up to Leon, the assassin for hire he's been chasing. But before Stansfield can deliver the final blow, Leon has his own explosive surprise for the sadistic detective.
Shit.
11 years after the MCU started in 2008 with the first Iron Man movie, the Avengers found themselves at their absolute worst. Thanos had proved a formidable foe in the previous film, succeeding in his mission to wipe out half the universe.
I am inevitable.
After a thrilling time travel adventure, the Avengers have one last chance to defeat Thanos at his own game with their own Infinity Stones. Just when hope seems at its bleakest, Iron Man manages to save the day after taking the stones for himself. Iron Man goes out with the only thing he has to say, defeating Thanos and rescuing half the universe.
I am Iron Man.
Everyone's favorite gangster meets his demise near the end of Goodfellas. Tommy is about to become a made man, meaning he'll be a fully initiated, respected, and protected member of the mob due to his loyalty to the Mafia Code. Seen as someone equally feared and respected, but most importantly to Tommy and his friends, untouchable by other criminals. But due to killing another made man earlier in the film, a major breach of the mob's code of conduct, among many other things, Tommy has become more of an unpredictable liability than instrumental to the mob. Tommy, thinking he's finally made it to the big times, instead walks right into his death.
Oh, no.
And that's that.
Nearing the end of Aliens, it's looking pretty grim for the Space Marines sent in to see what happened at Hadley's Hope. The Marines are on the run from the aliens, and after they're slowly being taken out one by one, Vasquez and Gorman share a moment before sacrificing themselves with a grenade, hoping to take out as many of the aliens as they can with them.
You always were an asshole, Gorman.
An epic moment in the Star Wars saga. Obi-Wan is facing off against his old pupil Darth Vader, a reunion decades in the making, made even better after watching the prequels. After seeing his order fall to the Sith and losing his best friend to the dark side, Obi-Wan sees the Skywalker twins reunited, a new hope for the Jedi. Obi-Wan lets Darth Vader strike him down and becomes one with the Force, knowing the future has finally taken a step towards the light.
No!
After being recruited for Operation Kino, Lieutenant Archie Hickox, a former film critic and fluent German speaker, and the titular Bastards have found themselves in a basement tavern in Nazi-occupied France, disguised as German officers meeting with undercover Allied agent Brigitte von Hammersmark. Hickox's unusual German accent and non-German hand gesture have blown the group's cover and the jig is up. Right before a violent gunfight ensues where everyone in the tavern perishes, Hickox decides to down his drink and go out speaking his native tongue.
Well, if this is it, old boy, I hope you don't mind if I go out speaking to kings. There's a special rung in hell reserved for people who waste good scotch. Seeing as I may be rapping on the door momentarily, I must say, damn good stuff, sir.
Say auf Wiedersehen to your Nazi boss.
After she's saved by John and the Terminator, Sarah Connor plans to escape to Mexico to avoid the impending Judgment Day. But a terrifying nightmare convinces her to kill Miles Dyson, the scientist responsible for creating the microprocessor that leads to the development of Skynet, the intelligent computer system that would eventually gain sentience and launch a global war of extermination against humanity. After eventually befriending Dyson and proving to him that his work brings on the destruction of humankind, he agrees to join Sarah and John to help destroy the lab that houses the future Terminator technology with explosives. After they're found out and their mission is interrupted by police assaulting the building and Dyson being fatally shot, his last act is to detonate the explosives.
I don't know how much longer I can hold this. Go back! Everybody out!
Jurassic Park's disgruntled lead computer programmer Dennis Nedry has deactivated the park's security system in order to steal frozen dinosaur embryos for John Hammond's corporate rival. Hammond and Chief Engineer Ray Arnold are unable to decipher Nedry's code to deactivate the security system, so they decide to reboot all the park systems. When Arnold fails to return from his side of the rebooting process, paleobotanist Ellie Sattler and Robert Muldoon, the park's game warden, decide to check it out themselves. They soon discover the shutdown has released the park's velociraptors. Muldoon distracts them while Sattler makes a break to turn the power back on. While Muldoon waits for Sattler, he falls victim to the velociraptor's vicious hunting prowess, but not before acknowledging it with a complimentary, respectful line.
Clever girl.
Roy Batty's final monologue comes near the end of the original Blade Runner, where Detective Rick Deckard has been tasked with tracking down and killing Roy Batty and his crew of bioengineered humanoid replicants. During a rooftop battle in Chase in Heavy Rain, Deckard misses a jump to another roof and is left hanging on the edge by his fingers. After lecturing him briefly about how the tables have turned, Batty effortlessly lifts Deckard up to the roof at the last moment, saving his life. Recognizing that his life is about to end due to the built-in limited lifespan that all replicants possess, Batty laments to Deckard about his own experiences and mortality, regretful that his memories will be lost.
All those moments will be lost like tears in rain. Time to die.
Roy Batty's last moments are perhaps the most moving death soliloquy in cinematic history. In an interview, Rutger Hauer said that these final lines showed that Batty wanted to make his mark on existence, and to show Deckard, the so-called real-world hero, that he's never really stepped up to the plate. By dying, he shows Deckard what a real man is made of. And there you have it, 10 of the Lamphouse's best I'm about to die moments in movies. Let me know in the comments which moments you would have picked for the list. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you liked what you see. See you soon.